This is digital draking in the desert. In Drake's Wake presents the Río Loa in the province of Tarapacá. Drake arrived here on the 22nd of January 1578. He had learnt that this was the longest river in Chile and the only one to reach the sea after crossing the mighty driest Atacama Desert. And this is one of my favorite stories in the world because it is romantic and comical, because Drake landed here and two stories emerged from his robbery of a Spaniard. All the sources say that he found a Spaniard asleep at the side of the river, and without waking him, Drake robbed this Spaniard of 13 or 14 bars of silver. Each llama was carrying 2 bars, and the English reckon they took 800 pounds in weight and took this silver away from the man without waking him. Then another version was printed in 1600. It said that they saw a Spaniard with a boy herding 8 llama, or Peruvian sheep as the English knew them as, because they'd never seen llama before. And they didn't want to see the Spaniard being so heavily laden with his duty that the English, Drake and his men, seized the train of llamas and took them into a direction which was not desired by the drover. The silver was taken to the Golden Hind, which is anchored, or was anchored, right in front of the camera here. This is truly a spectacular Drake place, and it was brought to my attention by John Thrower, who'd found the reference to Drake here at the River Loa in a Spanish sea atlas, because no Drake author had any idea where Drake robbed the Spaniard. But I suppose upon painstaking research following the coast and looking at maps, you have to deduce that it had to be here, because this is the only river in the province of Tarapacá. The English say they were at a port, Tarapacá, but this is a region 200 miles long. So Drake, after watering, set sail, becoming even richer. From here he sailed to the next port of Agua, 120 miles further north along the coast of Chile. And it's this part of the world voyage that fascinates me the most, because this represents the stage of the voyage where the Golden Hind was starting to be stuffed with treasure, which would replace stones as the ballast. Ballast of stones would be jettisoned to be replaced by treasure. This was truly a remarkable part of the voyage. This is history, a field visit. Again, unlike Herradura, where you can pinpoint what happened per square meter, you've got to say that here the sleeping Spaniard could be anywhere within 200 meters of this camera. Furthermore, the land could have risen through earthquakes, because we're right on the convergence of 2 plates here, for those who are interested in plate tectonics. Because further north in Peru I found the port of Chile, and it was about half a mile from the sea, because the land had risen. This is in Drake's Wake, presenting digital draking in the desert.